In a small coastal town, there lived a young man named Eli. At 26, he had everything people called a good life. A stable job, a small apartment, a predictable routine. But inside, Eli felt empty, like a bird born in a cage that had forgotten how to fly. Every day felt the same, quiet, safe, and hollow. Until one morning, he looked out at the gray ocean and realized, I know everything about safety, but nothing about living. That day, he quit his job and took a journey that would change him forever. Eli accepted a temporary job as a lighthouse keeper on a remote island off the main coast, a place where storms ruled and silence could swallow you whole. When he arrived, he met an old keeper named Thomas, who had spent his entire life guiding ships through fog. Thomas handed Eli an oil lantern and said, "The sea doesn't test your strength, son. It tests your patience and faith." Eli didn't understand those words yet, but he would. Days turned into weeks. Eli woke before dawn, cleaned the lamp, recorded the weather, and watched the horizon for ships. Then came the first storm. Winds howled like beasts. Rain slammed against the glass tower. The light flickered, and Eli panicked. He shouted, "I can't keep this going. The storm's too strong." From below, Thomas yelled back, "Then stop fighting the storm. Keep the light alive." Those words hit him harder than the wind because he realized he'd been trying to fight what he should have learned to endure. When the storm finally passed, Thomas found Eli sitting by the lamp, exhausted but alive. "You did well," the old man said. "You learned the first rule of the sea. No storm lasts forever." Eli asked, "How do you stay calm when everything falls apart?" Thomas smiled. "Because I've seen enough storms to know they always end. You can't control the sea, but you can control how bright you keep your light." That night, Eli wrote in his logbook, "The sea is not my enemy. Fear is." As weeks passed, Eli explored the island and found something unexpected, a small grove of trees clinging to the rocky cliff. He noticed how their roots were tangled together, sharing strength against the wind. It reminded him of the townspeople back home he'd pushed away in his search for solitude. He realized, just like the trees, people weren't meant to stand alone. We survive by holding on to one another. That day, he carved these words into the lighthouse wall. Strength grows through connection. One summer dawn, a thick fog swallowed the island. Eli couldn't see a single wave, and for hours, the light of the tower was useless. The world was pure white. He felt lost again, invisible, hopeless. But then he heard Thomas's voice echo faintly through the fog. "Keep the light burning, even when no one sees it." Those words stayed in his chest like fire. So he did. He kept the light burning all day, even when no ship appeared. And as night fell, the fog began to lift. Through the clearing mist, he saw the beam stretch far into the ocean. A ship's horn answered from the distance. That sound, low and strong, was the sound of purpose. Weeks later, Thomas left the island for good, and Eli became the official keeper. On his final morning, Thomas said, "Remember, the light you tend isn't just for ships. It's for yourself. Keep it alive, even in silence." Eli nodded. Months passed. Storms came and went. He grew stronger, not because life became easier, but because he learned how to trust himself in the dark. He was no longer afraid of isolation. He was connected to the sea, the sky, and his own spirit. A year later, Eli returned to the mainland. Same town, same streets, same faces. But something inside him had changed forever. When people asked what he'd learned from his time at sea, he said that storms don't build strength, they reveal it. And sometimes, the light you keep burning is the one that saves you. Believe in your own light, and even the darkest night will find its dawn. True strength isn't in fighting the storm, it's in keeping your light alive through it. When you trust your inner light, even the fog will guide you home.